You know, Todd, when we started this channel, all we needed was a laugh. But years gone by, I'd say we've kicked some. All right, everybody, welcome back to 1090. I am Andy. This is Todd coming at you with everything beer, bourbon, rock and roll. Tonight we're going to do a little bit of the bourbon, a little bit of the rock and roll. Ooh. Although we do have some cool beers out here, by the way. Very cool. Because we're going to be spotlighting one of the best glam artists of all time.
One of my favorites.
Motley Crue.
The Crew.
And we're going to review a bourbon that we think really represents the Crew. And that would be Jack Daniels. Not just any Jack Daniels. We're going to do the Jack 10. This is not easy to get. Man, do I love this thing.
Yes.
So,
love this.
Glad it's not Motley Crue. That's even gone already. We've been slowly sipping on it. Anyway, tonight we're going to spotlight our top 10 Motley Crue songs. And
not
we're
easy.
going to throw in some honorable mention. This was not easy for us to deliberate on, but we came up with 10 that we think are our favorites. You guys can comment below and let us know what your favorites are. Obviously, a lot of room for debate on this, but let's start off with our honorable mention.
All right, so we both independently ranked our top like 20 Motley Crue songs, and then we sort of went together and sort of figured out what the top 10 were from those lists. And these are the ones that just fell right outside those top 10.
Just below.
Right, so what do we got?
All right, so first one was actually a song that we just saw live on the stadium tour. We'll link it back to that
check it
video because actually it was really
second row
cool.
seats.
Very good stuff. But that is Saints of Los Angeles. They've been playing that since they released the actual Saints of Los Angeles album.
To me, the hook on that's the best.
Song.
I love the chorus on that. That's where it brings
really
it
good.
in.
A lot of energy on that. They really drive home with that. I love that song.
Yeah. Another one that they're playing on that tour, that set list for the tour, the stadium tour, Girls, 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 just missed our top 10. Iconic.
It just missed it.
It did just miss it. Iconic with that beginning, you know, that hits it. And if you see it live, you won't forget that song.
Absolutely. Now, two other songs that hit our honorable mention that probably will never be played for reasons that there are two members missing from each one of these songs. The first is from the self-titled album. It's Hooligan's Holiday with John Corabi. That's an underrated album that came out at the wrong time. Great song. Really
song.
Good.
Yeah.
And then the new Tattoo album came out, and Hell on High Heels is just a classic Crue sound. I absolutely adore that song, but Tommy Lee was not present for that album. That was the late, great Randy Castillo. Ozzy's old drummer filled in on that one. So you probably won't hear that live either, but those two just missed the cut.
And then two more, Without You and Piece of Your Action, two iconic Crue songs I can't believe didn't make our top 10.
That means the other ones were just that much better, right?
All right, so let's get into our top 10.
Number 10.
All right, coming up at number 10 is the actual only ballad we're going to have in our top 10. It's Home Sweet Home, and if you saw it live on the stadium tour, chills, man. We saw it in the driving range. Tommy comes back out, plays the piano. They're right on the catwalk, literally feet from us. It was amazing.
It's great, and really it was the song that saved Theater of Pain. Not a bad album, full of rockers, but outside of Smoking the Boys Room, this was the hit, and it was the hit that blew them up. It was a time when everybody was putting out ballads, and you can't mention 80s power ballads without Home Sweet Home. I mean, it turns on the charm, and the piano's playing. All of a sudden, it's like, is that Motley Crue?
No, I'm a dream.
But they do it well. They do it really, really well. It's a fantastic song. But we got 9 more on the way.
Coming up number 9.
All right, Todd, number 9. Something I ask you all the time is if you would just go away, man. Just
go away.
Just go away.
Hey, listen, it's one of our favorite. Listen, our favorite album from Motley Crue is Dr. Feelgood, and we have a lot on this top 10 list from there. This is the first one.
Yeah.
They play it live on the stadium tour. I absolutely love this song. I love how it begins. I love the hook and the chorus. It's just a fun song.
You'll see more from that album. It's a killer album. One of the most iconic of the entire decade. But you know what?
Yeah.
If you lose somebody, don't get mad. Have a little
started drinking
Why don't we do a little
Jack Daniels 10 year?
We're just gonna do a pour of the Jack 10.
So this came out in 2021. Andy, you've been drinking
late
it a little bit.
I do.
Yeah,
this
and
really good.
let me tell you right now, I just had a sip before we shot this. And I see where the hub is. You know, so this is a really highly sought after whiskey. I'm sure Motley would love it. I'm getting, oh man, sweetness off. I mean, it's super, super decadent and syrupy sweet. Man.
Like from the decade of decadence.
There you go. Cheers, everybody. Ooh.
Tell them your thoughts in a minute.
Okay. Let's go on to number 8. All right, Andy, another one. This is a classic Crue song from back in the day. It's Livewire.
I'm alive!
I think they played this second on their set list for the stadium tour. When they hit this song, the guitar riff on this and Mick Mars just, I think, makes a song. The crunching chorus, just absolutely classic Crue.
Fantastic. I love the bass line in this. Everything about this song. Tommy's drumming is fantastic. It is just another one of those songs that gets you pumped up. And the beautiful thing about Crue is so many of their songs are very anthemic. They're based for people to just be out there rocking and singing along and again. So I'm alive, Livewire, just classic.
It's so
Crue,
anthemic that another whiskey channel named their channel off of it.
That's right.
How about that?
That's right. We don't do anything based off of bands. Not like our logo is based off of anything.
Not at all.
So
anyway, Livewire, one of my favorite all-time classic Crue songs. Let's get to number 7.
All right, number 7. She's got what?
The looks that killed.
She's got another, again, driving, crunching song that you can't help but just kind of sing along to. It's in that vein of the older Crue songs had this kind of heavier riff that built before they went full Bob Rock, Dr. Feelgood. It's a different vibe to it.
Yes.
And I love the older feel of some of these songs because you really kind of get that raw, crunchy attitude. And Looks It Kill is a great example of that.
Again, the chorus, the hook here, and when you have a great song that has that hook, that chorus with that driving guitar riff from, Mick Mars, it makes it, and absolutely, they're playing it live again. This is another one. It's the best of, I think, on the stadium tour. Their whole set is.
I wish they could have played 10 more. It was fun.
But another great, comes in at 7 for us. It's really hard. We're splitting hairs here, but another great song.
Coming up.
Alrighty, we're going to one of your favorite songs by Crue. It's 6 because I had it a little bit lower.
He didn't just have it low. So this was my favorite Motley Crue
Number
song.
one.
This is my number 1 favorite Motley Crue song.
And what is that, Andy?
Off their greatest hits album, The Decade of Decadence.
Number 1.
Primal Scream. This, to me, now, our number 1 that was collective is just a notch below it. But everything about this song is Motley Crue perfection. Vince's voice is great. I love the guitar riff. I love the way Tommy comes in and those small pauses between.
That's what I like. The offbeat on the guitar, right?
Absolutely, just a killer song.
I'll say this again. Mick Mars is such an underrated guitarist.
I can't believe you had this so low.
I had a 10th. I had a 10th.
What? This is my favorite Motley Crue song. I will stick by that Primal Scream.
It's great. I love it.
Good.
Number 10.
So good. I need a drink. I'm so upset with you.
All right. Well, what are you
getting on this?
So I get a big time peanut butter caramel chews. I'm getting sweet peanut butter caramel on this.
It's got the classic Jack notes, but man, you're right. Very sweet.
Super sweet. The finish, it's not spicy at all. It's only 90 proof, I guess, right?
It's about 97 proof.
97 proof. 97 proof. Yeah, I mean, you can drink a lot of this.
But it is viscous. It's nice.
Super
really
viscous,
good
very
mouthful.
syrupy. Yeah, I really love it. I can see why you drank half the bottle in about 2 weeks. Just like Tommy Lee probably would do back in the day.
So 2 hours. 2 weeks old.
We are on to the top 5 Motley Crue songs.
Here we go. All right, Todd, number 5 off the Girls album. What you got?
Wild Side. I mean, again, iconic here, right? I'll say this a lot. They're playing it on the stadium tour. When they play it, the place goes nuts. I think it's very early on in their set. Just a great, again, we talk about the chorus. To me, it's the biggest thing about Motley Crue songs is their crunching chorus, along with Mick Mars. Tommy is certainly on the drums, but this song is all about that guitar riff and chorus.
And Vince has never been the world's greatest singer. Say what you want about him now, but these songs were built around his voice, I think. And they were made for participation. They were made for kind of just a big vibe. I love it. Fantastic.
So good.
What's next?
Number 4. All righty, we're now getting to the cream of the crop here. And again, this is probably, I think, one of the most well-known Crue songs. off the self-titled Shout at the Devil album.
Yeah, not their biggest album, the most known, but if you're talking about the most iconic Crue song, I don't think you can not mention this song, Shout at the Devil. There may be, this is up there with Back in Black as far as like audience participation and Sugar
live.
from the Cereal. Like this is that song that, and then everybody just, it's just, this is one of those fan favorites, iconic songs. It's just, this is Motley Crue.
We just saw Motley Crue last week at the stadium tour. I think we should go back. I want to go back so bad. I want to hear this song again. I don't want to be. We saw it in a driving rainstorm. Maybe it'd be nice out. I don't know. I think we should go again. What do you think?
I'd like to go. If I could quit my job and be a gypsy and follow the whole tour, I'd
right? Anyway, but they're playing this, of course, live, and I think it's a great song
really good.
to play live. Now we're on the top 3.
All right, coming up. All right, top 3, and you're going to start to see a common thread here, but something about that lime green album cover with the snake twirling around is just
one of my favorite of all time.
What you got?
Same old situation. I mean, again, it's the starting of that song, right? I absolutely love how that starts. Vince, when he's on, right? Kind of like, not rapping, but if he's on and can keep up with the tempo, it's just a great song. I mean, a great rocking song, and in live is even better. It is.
I love Tommy on that song. That constant like the kick drum going. It's really fun listening to him on this song, and just great again for crowd participation, which you will see bleed into the top 2.
All right, so we're in a top 2. Again. When you hear the intro to this song, it is absolutely iconic. You know exactly what you're getting when Mick Mars hits that strum and bends it and then gets into the song. It is what?
No, this is Kickstart My Heart. This is so close to being number 1, and obviously I think by now you probably know what number 1 is going to be. You could interchange both of these for me, but Kickstart My Heart, it's just, and again, everything is coming back to that crowd participation. Everyone, the whole crowd going, whoa, yeah, and just, it is one of those things. It's a fun story. It's kind of really based off of Nikki Sixx when he kind of came back from a cardiac arrest. Got a second chance at life, which we're all glad he did.
Can we say how badass Nikki Sixx is?
Yeah, he's awesome. I mean, he was great. The whole band. It was cool to see the 4 of them on stage again together. It had been, I know there was that whole clause, we're never going to do this again.
Heck with that.
I'm glad that they broke that because. Funniest thing Nikki said was, I'm glad you guys are smart enough to come out and wait out the rainstorm to watch this because with these 4 drama queens on stage, who knows if we'll even last the whole tour. So
we're the 4th show.
So we were the 4th show. So it's kind of funny. But this song, again, the place went crazy.
Kickstart My Heart.
Almost as crazy as it did for our number 1.
All right, Andy, before we give our number 1 Motley Crue song, what's your last impressions
on the Jack Daniels?
Really nice.
You tell me. You know
really love. I love the Jack Daniels profile. I would love, the proof to be a little higher for me. The finish to me fades off a little bit, but I love the butter, the caramel chews that you get from that. It reminds me a little bit, I swear, of the Bonded that we just had. I think the flavor on this is a little bit amped up more than that Bonded. So
a little bit more
really
complex.
Nice. Yeah, a little
the
more
age
complex.
has done it well. Love those oak notes pulled through here. This is probably my favorite Jack Daniels pour that I've had.
Hard to get, though.
Tough to get, but one of my favorites of all time. So
yeah,
love that.
That
speaking
being
of
said,
favorites,
yes, our number one, Andy. What is it?
And this is the Sugar to Hysteria. This is the Back in Black. This is Dr. Feelgood. This is Living on a Prayer to Slippery When Wet. This is their anthem.
I think so. Some people might argue that, but
some people are going to give me a hard time. The old Crew is better. It's the same people that the whole High and Dry. I get that, but from a commercial standpoint, it resonated. It resonated for a reason. It was fantastic.
Agreed.
I can't not see that video from MTV playing nonstop and the flames and the pyros and everything. It's just
It starts with Mick Mars on the guitar, the driving drums of Tommy Lee, and then it kicks into Vince coming on and getting into the crux of the song.
And a great story. It's fun. It personified the 80s, and it personified the band. I mean, it just kind of encapsulated their whole aura, and I think it was the perfect fitting end to our list because,
Real good.
Look, that's one of those things. You see, you got to hear Dr. Feelgood, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yep. So that's our top 10 plus honorable mentions. What songs do you agree with?
Well,
don't agree with?
We
and what
know
do we
some
miss?
people are going to.
Yeah.
These things cause people to get all kinds of upset. So go for it. Let us know.
Below.
But before we go, we did happen to get a gift from one Nikki Sixx. We ended up getting one of the
picks. That's how close we were.
We were close enough, and he threw out a handful of picks. We actually got one. So Todd, tell everybody what we're doing.
So if you've watched this far in the video, now we're pretty far in, and you want to win this Motley Crue Nikki Sixx pick from the stadium tour that we got, all you have to do is tell us what Nikki Sixx's real name is in the comments, and you will be entered. We will give this away, and if you're watching this in the future, I'm sorry, but if you're watching this now currently, we will give this away in about 2 weeks on our live streams on Tuesdays, Glam and Drams. All you have to do is comment below, what is Nikki Sixx's real name?
It's not Nikki, it's not Sixx.
No. And you'll win this guitar pick, plus probably some whiskey that I'll send along with it.
Yep.
There you go. So, up for
there
grabs.
you go. So, if you like what you see from 21090, please hit that subscribe button, click that little bell in the corner. It's going to let you know every time we got a new video coming out. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Untapped. We go live every Tuesday night, like Todd said, with Glam and Drams. Everything beer, bourbon, rock and roll. We have on distilleries, we have on breweries, all kinds of fun and giveaways. And of course, we want to thank our YouTube and especially our Patreon members for all your continued support. Thank you for supporting us. We enjoy it. And even though we talked Crue tonight, we're going to steal the words of Joe Elliott and say, until next time, and there will be a next time.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Should I bottle chug like Tommy?
Not when I tell you the hell you will. Cheers.
I'm out of mine.